Onion price tumbles down owing to increased cultivation in North Indian states and Karnataka. 1 kg sold for ₹2. Another reason for the lives of farmers to catapult to the pits as onion prices dropped 75% from a year ago.
In the retail market, onion is sold at a very cheap price. Agricultural experts give a different angle to the whole story.
Agriculturists call for changes in policy, demanding increase in number of cold storage units and interest-free loans.
In the rural areas, there is no storage facilities given to the farmers. So any problem comes, they are unable to storage their food grains.
Madras High Court stays the Tamil Nadu government's decision to convert the new Legislative Assembly into a multi-speciality hospital. Demands a no objection certificate from the Ministry of Environment. Anti-nuclear brigade slams the centre for the audit of NGOs in Kudankulam. Protesters demand an audit of the Congress party members for allegedly stashing black money.
Amounts of money and properties all over the country. They are conducting elections every other week. And now they are facing 5 state elections. Where is the money coming from?
Railway officials inspect the 156-year-old Roypuram railway station in North Chennai to possibly make it a third terminal after directions from the Railway Minister Dinesh Trivedi. Hello and welcome to NDTV Hindu. You are watching News Tonight with me, Linda Hercules. Onion prices in the country have hit almost rock bottom. Agriculturists demand change in policies while a hospital in Hyderabad decides to disown co-joint twins after 8 years of upbringing. We will be taking you through all of that during the next 30 minutes, but first we have the national headlines. Salman Rushdie cancels his visit to the Jaipur Literature Fest amid intelligence reports that paid assassins are out to kill him. A day after getting bail in the CWG scam, Suresh Kalmari indicates to the Indian Olympic Association that he is stepping aside, though not officially resigning. Supreme Court says Vodafone will not have to pay tax dues between them and Hutchison, as the Indian Tax Department has no authority to tax this transaction. A PI filed by the Grenadiers Association on the Army Chief Aj Rao is thrown out by the Supreme Court. Defence Minister says he's sad about the unnecessary controversy. A good news from the retail market, as onion rates in the country have seen a steep fall. It has seen a 75% drop from last year. Sources say that the reason is due to surplus production of vegetables in other states like Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. At the Coimbatore market, 1 kg of onion is selling for as less as ₹2 per kg. Remember, around the same time last year, onion prices were a national sensation when they skyrocketed to prices as high as ₹80 a kg.
பாதிக்கப்படுறது யாருன்னு பார்க்க போனால் விவசாயி தான். வியாபாரிகளும் லாபம் சம்பாரிச்சுட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க. வாடகைக்கு வண்டி வாங்குறவங்களும் சம்பாரிச்சுட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க. பாதிக்கப்பட்டவர் யாருன்னு விவசாயிகள். ஏகப்பட்ட லாஸ் வரும். ₹2 கிலோ விற்றா அவங்களுக்கு எந்த விதமான பிரயோஜனமும் கிடையாது. ஏகப்பட்ட லாஸ் வரும் அவங்களுக்கு.
And while you and me are celebrating the steep fall of onion price, the flip side of it is that large number of farmers are crying foul. Though the retail prices of onions hover in the range of ₹15 to ₹20 a kg in the retail market of the region, farmers say that middlemen offer them just ₹5 a kg. They lament that they are sustaining huge losses as the cultivation cost has also increased.
Retail market, onion is sold at a very cheap price. Agricultural experts give a different angle to the whole story. They say the global reason is the major reason for such a dip in onion price. They say the Chinese market, the Chinese exporters are able to give onion at around $200 per ton, whereas Indian government has fixed $250 per ton is the price that has to be given at the export level. Whereas the Indian exporters aren't able to compete with the Chinese exporters. The world importers are now seeking the Chinese exporters, which means the number of the onion that are meant for export has come to the retail market. This is the major issue, they say. They say this is the major reason for onion prices coming to such a low price. What is the solution? They say there could be 2 solutions. One is increase in the number of cold storage units so that the onions can be preserved for the future. And the other permanent solution is increase in number of value addition units. Suppose there's a surplus in the onion production, these onions can be converted into onion paste and onion flakes, which can be used for future. This cold storage units, the increase in the number of cold storage units and increase in the number of value addition units are the only one available solution to insulate farmers from such shocks. With camera person Saharaj, this is Hariharan for NDTV Hindu.
And that is exactly what the agriculture experts are demanding. One reason why farmers are facing these huge losses is because there is no cold storage to stack excess agricultural produce. And the result, whenever there is a crisis, they do not have the backup of the produce, which will help in keeping the prices intact. And on our special series, Dear Finance Minister, agriculture experts request Pranab Mukherjee for interest-free 0% loans for the farmers to produce agricultural machinery so they can store excess agriculture produce.
Well, a large section of people consider the budget 2011 as a farmer-friendly one, with the government allocating funds for setting up 15 food parks all over the country and allocating more funds for expanding the cold storage projects in India. What is Mr. V. Haridasan has to appeal to his dear Finance Minister for the budget 2012?
Dear Finance Minister, last year budget, more facilities is given to the infrastructure development such as cold storages, food processing industries like that. This year we expect more and more infrastructure funds to the agriculture sector should be given, because in the rural areas there is no storage facilities given to the farmers. So any problem comes, they are unable to storage their food grains. In such a condition, we cannot expect good growth in the agriculture sector. Moreover, infrastructure facilities like drying yards, more food processing sector in the rural level should be developed. For that purpose, more training should be given to the rural level people. Nowadays, the trainings are given only in the urban areas, and more food processing industries are run by the top industrialists. Instead of giving more and more funds to them, we can directly fund the farmers and teach them food processing and value addition in the rural level itself. It will create lot of employment in the rural itself, so that migration of people from rural to the town area will be avoided.
India is an agrarian country. Make sure the banks of India are more farmer friendly when it comes to loan on agricultural machineries. Allocate more funds for agricultural infrastructure such as cold storage units and make this budget more farmer friendlier. We are the backbone of this country. Let this budget keep the backbone stronger. This is the message the agricultural fraternity gives to the Finance Minister. With camera person Sahai Raj, this is Hariharan for NDTV Hindu.
Madras High Court has granted an interim stay to the Tamil Nadu government's decision to convert the Legislative Assembly complex constructed during the previous DMK regime into a multi-speciality hospital. Stating that a no objection certificate from the Ministry of Environment was mandatory for setting up a hospital, the bench directed the government not to undertake any works with regard to the conversion. However, the bench allowed the government to call for tenders with regard to hospital construction works and posted the case for further hearing on February 13th.
High Court of Madras has granted interim injunction restraining the government of Tamil Nadu from converting or making any structural modification in the new secretariat complex into any type of structural modification till the disposal of the main writ petition. We have raised certain pleas in the writ petition that the government has not obtained any consent or no objection or any prior approval from the Environmental Assessment Committee nominated by the notification issued by the central government, wherein it is mandatory to obtain pre-approval from before making any modification of the larger or multi-story building. But the present government has not obtained any such prior approval. So we have raised that the main plea that it is not obtained from the committee. So in that situation, the government has no authority or power to convert the present new secretariat complex into any type of building including the hospital.
A day after the centre conducted an audit on NGOs in Kodamkulam for allegedly receiving foreign funds to carry on the anti-nuclear campaign, the chief convener of the anti-nuclear protesters, SP Uday Kumar, lashed out at the centre for the audit. Uday Kumar demanded why the centre doesn't do an audit of the Congress party for allegedly stashing foreign funds in the form of black money.
We would also like to request the Congress party to give their account. Congress party has enormous amounts of money and properties all over the country. They are conducting elections every other week. And now they are facing 5 state elections. Where is the money coming from? Congress leaders are getting money from foreign countries. Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, Congress Seva Dal, several such organizations are receiving money from abroad. Let them show their accounts.
Moving on, the railway officials will do a spot study and inspection at the 156-year-old Roypuram railway station in North Chennai to explore the possibilities for developing it as the 3rd terminal in the city. The move comes after the Railway Minister Dinesh Trivedi recently directed officials to explore the possibilities for creating such a facility. Top officers including Vinay Kumar, Devendra Singh and Mukesh Nigam will inspect the station and the adjoining 72 acres of railway land. Earlier, the railway authorities had proposed to set up the terminal at Tambaram, but later they said that the trains originating from Egmore would continue to use the same.
Royapuram has enough space, which was the first ever railway terminal in Chennai, now not functioning. It has enough space to function as a passenger terminal. Now that the Chennai Central and Chennai Egmore has less space and there is a crisis and trains are diverted to other stations, particularly trains coming from north are diverted to Egmore. And Egmore station could not operate more trains because of want of space. We want a 3rd terminal, another terminal in Chennai. Royapuram will best suit to serve as a passenger terminal because of its space and proximity. It will also cater to the needs of about 18 lakh people who are living beyond on the northern part of Chennai. This demand we have been making in the parliament. I spoke in the parliament and my honorable colleagues like NSV Chittan also spoke in the parliament when the honorable railway minister called for a meeting of the pre-budget meeting of MPs from Tamil Nadu. Most of the MPs from Tamil Nadu also made such demand that Royapuram station should be converted as a passenger terminal. The minister has agreed to our demand, and he had sent a team of 3 executive directors from the railway board who have come here to inspect this railway station.
Out of sight is out of mind. But would this apply for professional doctors as well? We give you the context on the other side of the break. Stay tuned.